this, okay?
No, sir, I'm fine.
Please do not.
Please let me
No,
call.
no, it is over. No more. No more. I'm done.
Didn't tell you why you're under arrest.
No.
It's involving that relationship with.
Well, I'll be going home today.
You do go to jail.
I'm little. They're gonna tear me apart.
Imagine trusting your child to a respected educator, only to discover a shocking truth. A school teacher, revered for their dedication and expertise, had been harboring a dark secret. Join us as we delve into a disturbing case that exposes the darker side of education, leaving the community reeling and posing questions about the integrity of those entrusted with our children's education. Brittany's wrists were handcuffed, marking a pivotal moment in her life. She had been a highly respected educator only hours beforehand, but subsequently, she faced grave allegations. As officers led her away, Brittany cooperated fully. The search yielded no incriminating evidence whatsoever, yet her actions understandably raised concerns. During the interrogation, Brittany's demeanor shifted, oscillating between calmness and nervousness. She engaged in pleasant small talk with Detective James, regaling him with stories of her childhood in Michigan and her husband's affinity for the Dallas Cowboys. However, the investigation ultimately revealed disturbing patterns of utterly unacceptable behavior. Multiple instances of egregious misconduct occurred within a month, which understandably raised serious questions. Brittany's confidence steadily began to wane as the stark reality of her situation became painfully clear. Her attempt to charm her way out seemed increasingly futile.
I was one of the witnesses, or one of the people that saw Ms. Zamora.
Was Miss Zamora saying anything?
No, they're just doing it. It was very uncomfortable. So that's why the second day, they're doing stuff.
The investigation uncovered a deeply troubling trail of misconduct, leaving everyone wondering how such a scandal could have occurred. Brittany's reputation as a trusted educator was irreparably damaged. Brittany's trial concluded with a 20-year sentence, the minimum penalty for her serious offenses.
She would like to reach the podium, Your Honor.
Certainly.
The sentencing is not only taking decades of my own life and experiences away, but those of my loved ones as well. As stated earlier, I never want to hurt anyone, and it tears me apart to know that I have, and I'm deeply sorry. I am a good and genuine person who made a mistake and regrets it deeply. I ask that you please have leniency in regard to my sentencing, that you see me as a person with a hopeful future, and not just another number or case. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Upon her release, she would face lifetime probation and registration requirements, alongside the challenges of reintegrating into society. Meanwhile, another educator, Kimberly, had raised concerns amongst her colleagues. On the first day of school, Kimberly seemed fine initially, but as the day progressed, her behavior sparked unease. Colleagues noticed her bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and difficulty articulating thoughts.
Have you taken anything that's, do you have a prescription for anything that maybe you have taken today that just seems like you're not the same person that I talked to this morning?
I did take some medication last night to help me with sleep because I have some anxiety stuff, but that's...
Concern grew as Kimberly's irregular behavior continued, prompting staff discussions. The school's prompt response reflected their zero-tolerance policy, which had previously led to Brittany's conviction. Kimberly's actions were closely examined, and her explanation, sleep medication, was met with skepticism.
I don't know how to do this.
You're just going to blow into it like you're blowing up a balloon as soon as I tell you to. All right, ready? Take a big deep breath. Blow, 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 blow. All right, stop. Good job. You gonna tell me the truth? How much you had to drink?
I drank last night.
There's no way you drank last night.
As the investigation unfolded, Kimberly's professional standing began to unravel. Her reputation as a trusted educator hung in the balance, threatened by the very issues she had attempted to conceal. With each passing moment, the consequences of Kimberly's actions became increasingly clear. her once promising career teetered on the brink of collapse. Kimberly's world had been unraveling rapidly. Her blood alcohol level, a staggering 0.248, had exceeded triple the legal limit in Oklahoma.
You blew 2 times the legal limit.
I did?
Yeah. Legal limit's 0.08.
Okay.
Do you drink often?
The evidence had mounted, and her attempts to feign innocence had ultimately failed. As she stood before the officer, her slurred speech and red eyes had betrayed her. The officer's discovery of incriminating evidence in her classroom had sealed her fate. Kimberly's desperation had grown as she was taken away. Her thoughts had turned to the consequences of her actions. A single count of public intoxication, the loss of her job, and a ban from the school premises.
Please, I'll call somebody. I have somebody right here in town that will
Nope.
come get me.
Too late.
Please,
What's your date of birth, Kimberly?
please, just let me. Can we?
Hey,
work
I'm
this-
not doing it. I'm not doing it. You had your chance to be honest,
Well,
and,
I did.
and then you wipe this out.
But
However, Kimberly's troubles had paled in comparison to the next case. Coach Vigilante Day, a trusted educator and athletics coach, had faced serious allegations. On 27th March 2022, officers arrived at his doorstep with a warrant for multiple counts of serious misconduct involving minors.
Bitch. Can they be in front of me? Can the handcuffs be in front of me? We'll see. But usually no. Come here. Take them off. Come here.
The disturbing revelations surrounding these trusted educators had been shocking. Coach Day's arrest had exposed a pattern of harmful behavior, leaving devastating consequences in its wake. Coach Day's case sparked a deeper investigation into the school's handling of allegations. Questions had swirled about missed warnings, potential oversights, and the school's response to concerns. As Coach Vigilante Day became emotional during his arrest, the officers exchanged skeptical glances.
How long will it take before they can get me? It's going to be a few hours. I'm being 100% honest with you, Vidge. I don't want to hide anything from you. Worst case scenario, if they're going to extradite you, you'll have to stay. That means take you to Lake County.
His dramatic display seemed more like fear and regret than genuine remorse. The sergeant's body cam revealed a surprising dynamic. Vigilante had been well acquainted with the officers, particularly the sergeant. His reputation as a respected cheerleading coach and choreographer had earned him a pillar of community status. However, behind the facade, Vigilante had concealed serious misconduct. Multiple individuals came forward to testify against him, and in July 2023, he entered a guilty plea, awaiting sentencing. Meanwhile, Julio Soto, a 49-year-old teacher, faced similar allegations. In March 2019, a female student reported inappropriate behavior during a private meeting. During the interrogation, Soto's explanations crumbled under scrutiny. His reasons for being alone with the student raised concerns. The investigation deepened, revealing a disturbing pattern of harmful behavior. Soto's actions were not isolated incidents, but a calculated web of manipulation. The officers sensed deception, noting that policy had dictated teachers should never be alone with students. Soto's actions suggested intent, fueling suspicions. As the truth unfolded, the community's trust began to shatter, exposing a shocking reality. Trusted educators hiding serious misconduct. Julio Soto's explanations had begun to unravel under scrutiny. His claim of innocence had seemed unconvincing as investigators had probed deeper. The black cover on his door, intended for private sessions, had raised concerns. Soto's nervous demeanor had betrayed his attempts to appear composed. School video footage had contradicted his account, revealing the girl had worn a sling on her arm, a detail Soto had overlooked. The investigation had exposed inconsistencies in Soto's responses. He had claimed to have always kept the door covered, yet had failed to notice it was down during the incident. Video evidence had shown the girl wearing a sling, but Soto had insisted her arm was bare. His erratic responses had fueled suspicions of dishonesty. As the truth had unfolded, Soto's facade had crumbled. His actions, once deemed innocent, had suggested harmful intent. The investigation had deepened, driven by a determination to uncover the truth. Soto's reputation as a respected teacher had begun to unravel, exposing a disturbing pattern of harmful behavior.
At any time while in the classroom, did you say, hey, I'm going to tickle you? Did you attempt to tickle her?
Mm-mm.
Did you place your hands on her in any
Nope.
other way?
Nope,
Are you sure?
other than her arm.
Okay.
Because she's one of those students that, if I did something like that, I know she would tell the whole world. So
you're telling me if you did something to her, she would tell?
Yes.
So why are we getting this allegation?
I don't know, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
The probe had continued, uncovering more evidence of Soto's dishonesty. His victims had awaited justice, and the truth had soon come to light. Meanwhile, another case had emerged, casting a shadow over the education system. A web of deception and manipulation had seemed to entwine multiple individuals, leaving victims and communities affected. Julio Soto's defense had crumbled as investigators uncovered a pattern of unacceptable behavior. Multiple witnesses had corroborated allegations of inappropriate conduct and comments regarding students' personal boundaries. Soto's familiarity with students had seemed uncomfortably close. His nickname for playful gestures, "getting your tickle spot," had been echoed by numerous pupils. When confronted with complaints, Soto's surprise appeared insincere.
A lot of other students have told us you'll mess around like every once in a while, like joke around with them and stuff, and sometimes you'll like try to lighten the mood if you see that they're sad or they're down or something like that. Well, they said that you call it like a tickle, like a tickling thing where you're like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna tickle you.
But I've never touched anything appropriately.
I got like more than 8 kids who told me that you said, hey, I'm gonna get your tickle spot, and you poke them. Have you ever said, I'm gonna get your tickle spot?
Honestly, I don't know.
Investigators had sensed desperation in his attempts to downplay the allegations. A pupil who had previously praised Soto as her favorite teacher had subsequently accused him of inappropriate behavior. His reputation had begun to unravel. The evidence had mounted, exposing a web of dishonesty and manipulation. Soto's 11-year teaching career had hung in the balance. The investigation's conclusion had sealed Soto's fate. His actions, once perceived as harmless, had been exposed as harmful. The consequences had been severe. A new era of accountability had dawned, promising protection for vulnerable students. The investigators' probing questions had revealed inconsistencies in Julio Soto's account. The girl's grades had declined significantly after 13th February, suggesting a potential distressing incident. Soto's explanation for the solo meeting, rushing to complete homework, had seemed unconvincing. The 15-minute encounter had provided sufficient opportunity for unacceptable behavior. Multiple student testimonies supported allegations of inappropriate remarks and physical contact. Soto's denials had appeared increasingly frantic. A stark contrast had emerged between Soto's reputation as a respected educator and the mounting evidence against him. His teaching career had hung in the balance. As the investigation had concluded, the community's trust had been severely eroded. Justice had seemed within reach, and Soto's reputation had soon been irreparably damaged. The fallout prompted a comprehensive review of educator conduct, exposing vulnerabilities in the education system. Reform had been imminent, promising enhanced safeguards for vulnerable students. The investigators' tone had shifted. Soto's denials had faltered, replaced by hesitant acknowledgments. The cameras in the classroom had captured compromising evidence. Soto's unintended admission had sealed his fate. Upon realizing his predicament, Soto had requested legal counsel. Concern had set in as he grasped the severity of his situation. Soto had faced charges related to inappropriate conduct and professional misconduct involving a minor and had posted a $75,000 bond to secure his temporary release. His trial had been pending. Meanwhile, another educator, Yasin Asher, had faced similar allegations. Asher's September 2021 interrogation had revealed troubling denials. Asher had declined a polygraph test, thereby increasing suspicions. The community had been shocked as a disturbing pattern had emerged. Trusted educators misusing their positions of authority. The fallout had deepened, exposing systemic vulnerabilities. Reforms had been imminent, promising enhanced safeguards for vulnerable students. Justice had seemed within reach, but questions had lingered. Would Soto and Asher face accountability for their actions, or would their misconduct have gone unpunished? Yasin Asher's dishonesty had unraveled as investigators had uncovered evidence. His reluctance to cooperate and repeated denials had raised concerns. The mention of video evidence had shaken Asher, revealing his surprise at the investigators' thoroughness. Asher's facade had cracked, and he had acknowledged harmful actions. Asher had been convicted and had received an 8-year prison term for each count of harming 4 underage girls, followed by deportation as a recognized threat to public safety. Kindergarten teacher Allison's car accident on the 12th of June 2022 had revealed her intoxication. Her incriminating statements had revealed impaired judgment. Allison had confidently taken field sobriety tests, but had failed. She had rated herself 8 out of 10, unaware of the risks.
Felt like you did fine? Like if you had to rate yourself, are we talking like 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%?
Probably like at 8, like at least passing, yeah.
So like 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Allison's arrest had compromised her students' well-being. The community had wondered.
Based on everything that's happened tonight, okay, with the crash that happened here, signs of intoxication I'm seeing, performance on these tests, I don't think it's safe for you to be driving tonight, okay?
Can I have my friend take me home?
Nope. So if you can place your hands behind your back, you are under arrest for DWI right now, okay?
How many more educators had concealed secrets? The fallout had deepened, demanding systemic reform. Middle school principal Arthur Dooley Malloy's car crash on 30 August 2022 had revealed her dishonesty. Her damaged car's deployed airbags and shoeless feet had contradicted her claims of innocence. Malloy's instability had become apparent as officers had pressed her for answers. Her repeated requests to use the bathroom had seemed attempts to divert attention.
I just have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And I just told I had to really go to the bathroom really bad.
Okay.
I'm fine. I promise you. My father is a retired sergeant detective in New York. He is unfortunately deceased. I just have to go to the bathroom.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to go. I just have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Malloy had hesitated before admitting to having consumed alcohol earlier that day. Her attempt to reference her father's law enforcement background had lacked impact. The investigators had remained firm, unmoved by Malloy's connections. Her false statements had unraveled, revealing an individual who had been under the influence. Malloy had faced charges of driving while intoxicated and property damage, with a potential $3,000 bail bond. The community had questioned the integrity of its educators, wondering how many more leaders had concealed secrets. The education system's vulnerabilities had come under scrutiny, highlighting the need for reforms to safeguard students and restore trust. Another educator's undisclosed issue had loomed, waiting to be revealed, as the situation involving deception and betrayal had continued to unfold. Arthur Dooley Malloy's composure had faltered as officers had pressed her for answers. Her repeated requests to use the bathroom had seemed attempts to delay proceedings. The sobriety tests had revealed Malloy's impaired state. Her claims of a medical condition had failed to alter the outcome. As the tests had concluded, Malloy's opposition had intensified.
So please perform the test that you've been instructed.
So what are you asking me, sir?
Ma'am, I already instructed you how the test is supposed to go.
As I've explained before. Nope, you're starting on your left foot on the line, and you're going to go heel to toe.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
She had declined the breathalyzer, leading to a tense confrontation. At the station, Malloy's non-cooperation had continued. She had resisted fingerprinting, causing frustration among the officers. Her uncooperative behavior had persisted for over an hour until Township Councilman Bill Ruther's arrival facilitated her release. Malloy had faced charges of driving while intoxicated and operating an unregistered vehicle. The consequences of her actions had soon become apparent. A shocking scandal rocked the education community when a respected schoolteacher's secret life was exposed, revealing a disturbing pattern of dishonesty and impaired judgment. This incident has highlighted the necessity for stricter vetting procedures and increased oversight to safeguard students and restore faith in the education system. Thanks for watching. If you would like more content, please like, share, and subscribe. We value your opinion, so please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below.